Shalom Akyam Wa Akwath. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem Akakwadash. I'd like to proceed this lesson with giving double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and have the 100% truth according to these scriptures, man. In this lesson, I want to go into, the title is Esau's carnality versus Jacob's spirituality, man. Without further ado, let's go into this first verse, man. It's the book of Genesis, chapter 27, starting at verse 30. Let me just pull this up right quick. Salakia for my voice, should time be thrown in spiritual darts. Nonetheless, Genesis chapter 27, verse 30. And it came to pass, as soon as Isaac had made an end of blessing Jacob, and Jacob was yet scarce gone out from the presence of Isaac his father, that Esau his brother came in from his hunting. And he also had savory meat, and brought it unto his father, and said unto his father, Let my father arise and eat of his son's venison, that thy soul may bless me. And Isaac his father said unto him, Who art thou? And he said, I am thy son, thy firstborn Esau. And Isaac trembled very exceedingly and said, Who? Where is he that hath taken venison and brought it to me? And I have eaten of all before thou camest, and have blessed him, yea, and he shall be blessed. And when Esau heard the words of his father, he cried with a great and exceeding bitter cry, and said unto his father, Bless me, even me also, O my father. Because he saw, Jacob got the blessing, man. And Esau was asking for his blessing. And it reads, verse 35, And he said, Thy brother came with subtlety and had taken away thy blessing. And he said, Is he not rightly named Jacob? For he has supplanted me these 2 times. He took away my birthright, and behold, now he had taken away my blessing. And he said, Hast thou not reserved the blessing for me? Because Jacob supplanted Esau, man. He tricked him, man. But because Esau is impatient, man. He didn't want to let that food cook. That also goes back into their nature, man. These Edomites, these so-called white people, love to eat bloody meat, man. Raw meats and things like that. Just take that dude Liver King, for example. All right, this is verse 36. And he said, Is he not rightly named Jacob? For he has supplanted me these 2 times. He took away my birthright, and behold, now he had taken away my blessing. And he said, Hast thou not reserved the blessing for me? He asked his father Isaac, man, where's, you blessed Jacob, where's my blessing at? And Isaac answered and said unto Esau, Behold, I have made him thy lord, and all his brethren have I given to him for servants. And with corn and wine have I sustained him, and what shall I do now unto thee, my son? And it reads, And Esau said unto his father, Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above. Genesis 27 and 39, man. Let's get that in the GNT. Or is it? Let me see. I can read this too, man. This is a spirit. This is Genesis 27 and 39 through 41. Then Isaac said to him, No dew from heaven for you, no fertile fields for you. You will live by your sword. And we know Esau, Edom, was blessed with the sword, man. And it reads, But be your brother's slave, yet when you rebel, you will break away from his control. This is talking about Esau, Edom, man. And it says Esau hated Jacob because his father had given Jacob the blessing. And what blessing is that? The blessing of everlasting life, man. Immortality, man. He thought the time to mourn my father's death is near, then I will kill Jacob, man. this is what happened, man. Esau got upset, and he said, once my father dies, then I'm gonna go after, my brother Jacob, man. Which is, just to further edify, Esau is the so-called white race, the so-called white man, which they are, their biblical nationality. They go back to Edomites, man. And Jacob consists of you Negroes, Latinos, Hispanics, you Negroes, you Negroes, Hispanics, Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole Indians. You guys are the true children of Israel, man. The 12 tribes of Israel. This is hold on, let me just leave this up here for now. So it says, Psalms 44 and 6. Let's get this real quick. All right, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 44, verse 6, and it reads, "For I will not trust in my bow, neither shall my sword save me." This is going into, times we're coming in, man. Because we know, Esau is coming down with great wrath, man. Let me just get that real quick. Revelation 12:12 in the King James Version. Let's see. It's the book of Revelation, chapter 12, verse 12. "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil," which is Esau Edom, "is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time." He knows, Salaki, he knows he has a short time, man. That's why he's gonna come down with great wrath, man. Because things are coming down the pipeline, man. Esau is gonna use his his blessing, man. Let's get this. Esau Edom is gonna use his blessing on Jake, man. A lot of people are gonna perish. A lot of people are gonna perish because Jacob's show has officially already started, man. Adaratazah, the Lord, I'm speaking for myself, man, keeps my mind, level-headed and, making my mind, preparing my mind for, what's to come, man. It's the book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 36. "Watch ye therefore, and pray always, that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass, and to stand before the Son of Man." Yeah, man, because we know all this is prophecy, man. All this has to come down the pipeline, man. But we can't, trust in, carnal things, man. Let me get this. Spirit just hopped on me to get this one, man. It's Romans chapter 8, verse 7, and it reads, "Because the carnal mind is enmity against Yahweh, for it is not subject to the law of Yahweh, neither indeed can be." You're not going to be able to, use bombs, grenade launchers, snipers, pistols, shotguns, bow and arrows, swords, whatever you have, man, to escape what's coming, man. Because, most of these people do not have the technology and weapons that this man has, man. This dude has dual energy weapons. He has high frequency weapons, laser technologies, and so forth, man. 5G, all types of, wicked ass invention, man. Let me get this one right here. The book of 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 4, And it reads, "For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Yahweh to the pulling down the strongholds." You know, hey, we're not gonna be relying on, carnal things, man. We're not gonna be relying on weapons, when prepping, doomsday prepping to keep us safe and to keep us, to keep us safe through these times that are to come, man. You know, this is the time where you need to use your oil, man. That's why I said you gotta, you gotta you fill your lamp with that oil, man. Because if you're lost, if your mind's condemning you, hey, when shit hits the fan, man, that's not gonna be good for you. Isaiah chapter 33 verse 6. It says, "And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of Salakia." Isaiah 33 and 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure, man. We need to be able to have this wisdom and knowledge, when, the famine of the word really hits, man. Because what are you going to do? You're not going to be able to go back and listen to the brothers' lessons, the apostles' lessons. You're going to have to, be confident that you're going to get through it, man. Because if your mind's condemned, hey, then you might not make it, man. Point blank, period. But with that, I hope this lesson was edifying. I don't know if I can do a part 2. With that, I want to say, Shalom.